Okay, so this is the final weekly market update for the year. So let's kick off with oil. So oil kicked off on the open at $79 a barrel. We've pretty much been range bound. One of the reasons is as volume decreases due to the year coming to a close. So we have been pretty much a lot of sideways movement, and we made a push up yesterday. And this morning we hit the top of the range of 83.53, and we've rejected quite aggressively from that area. So moving over to the daily time frame, we are pretty much still range bound between 77.25 and 83.82, and it looks like we will remain range bound and will open around this area in the new year. So just looking at oil for the year, we kicked off at 77. We made a climb up due to oil cuts for OPEC, and then back in March, Russia invaded Ukraine, and we shot up to 133.15. So massive moves in the oil market, extremely volatile year to say the least, and we have sort of sold off now as the recession kicks in for most of the countries across the globe, mainly in the US and the UK. So due to lack of demand, we will see oil market drop, and obviously the geopolitical tensions continue. So we can't say anything which direction. We can only react to see what prices are showing us on the chart. So moving over to cable, this is the 1 hour time frame. We kicked off the week at 122. Again, sideways movement, not much happening. And then today, then we bottomed out and we hit 120. Again, cable been an extremely volatile year to say the least. So we back in January we were trading at 137 against the dollar. So the dollar had strengthened against all pairs very aggressively due to the Federal Reserve raising rates by 75 basis points on each of the central bank meetings. So therefore, we did see the pound make new lows of 103, and that was due to the fiscal policy under Liz Truss, which were absolutely crazy, and the Central Bank of England had to intervene and start buying government bonds and do a bit of QE, which is quantitative easing, just to support the UK economy again, and the pound sort of aggressively shot back up. So for the year, again, it is down from 137, and we are trading at 120. So we'll just see what happens next year. The pound is still vulnerable against the dollar, so we could see pound dropping back down to around 115 to 110 if things don't pick up. A deep recession is expected from the Bank of England, saying the UK will be in a deep recession for the next year or two. So there won't be much growth whatsoever. The GDP for the UK came out for last quarter, which showed the UK economy shrink by 0.3%. So it's not looking good for the UK economy, to say the least, along with many strikes across many sort of factions, and along with that, we are in the middle of a cost of living crisis. So the UK economy isn't looking good. So again, that has a knock-on effect on the currency. So that's all then. Join me again in year 2023.